everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. This is Aviation 04, and today we have another model unboxing. So this is part 2 of the first one that I got from Threshold Aviation, and if you would like to check out part 1, I will leave that up in the corner now, and it'll also be at the end of the video. So we'll get right into this. So in part 1, I already unboxed it, and I already cut the box open, so yeah, so these two models are very needed for Orlando, and they're fairly rare. I know some people want some more of this airline. So we have two Frontier A320neos. They're both different tails, and they're both different animals. So we're gonna start with, we'll start with this one first because yeah, it's an interesting one. You can tell what animal it is by that sticker. But anyways, this is Aero Classics Frontier box. And the other one I have, or the other two I have, one is a Velocity models, A320 Orville the Cardinal, and the other one is Sunny the Colored Lizard, and that is by Aero Classics. And I don't remember the box being like this, so I'm gonna compare them a little later, but this one is very nice. You have Airbus A320neo, 1:400 scale, Aero Classics. One of the plane's Frontier logo. Now, what Aero Classics did with this release is they released 3 all at once. So they had Flo the Flamingo, Poppy the Prairie Dog, and Wilbur the Whitetail. And they put a sticker for which one you get. And unfortunately, with Flo the Flamingo, there's actually a registration misprint, so I did not get that one. Because I want to get more mammals than birds, because they've done quite a few birds. But anyways, enough rambling, we'll open this now. So I got both of these for $40.99. The other one, or the other model I got, in the part 1 unboxing was $37.95. So Aero Classics, some of these rarer ones seem to be a little more expensive, but I'm willing to pay that for something that I'd really like. So here's the one model. We have the Frontier A320neo, and this is Wilbur the Whitetail Deer by Aero Classics. So it's kind of interesting how this plastic is way off. I don't know if you saw it, but here it is. We have Wilbur. So we will go into detail now. So starting off at the front, you have your nose, and then you have Wilbur the Whitetail right there. You have your L1 door, landing gear, Frontier titles, and this one has the blue line through it. And with these Frontier titles, some people have actually criticized them a little bit for being too dark, myself included. They are a bit dark, but compared to the Gemini ones, the Gemini ones are too light actually, and these ones are just a slightly too dark. So Aero Classics honestly did a really nice job with these colors, and I'm pretty impressed with them. Aero Classics sometimes get the colors wrong. Next you have your really nicely sized Neo engines. These ones tilt down, and actually that's kind of a common theme for Aero Classics, and they actually have some QC issues. So that's a bit of interesting news. But then you have your overwing exits. Back there you have Wilbur on the winglets, and that is what Frontier is known for. I'll try to get a better view, but Frontier always puts, their theme is an animal. Frontier never has a duplicate tail unless it's on a different airplane, and even then the animal is different, but the name may remain the same. In the case of Griswold the Bear on the A320, and then they put him on the Griswold the Bear on the old livery A320, and then they put him on the new livery A320. But there's Wilbur on the winglet, and we'll get a better view of him on the tail. There he is. He's looking sharp. And then you have your registration, well, flyfrontier.com with that blue line extending all the way back to here. And your registration, which is November 301 Foxtrot Romeo. And then you have Wilbur and your horizontal stabilizers. And I just want to make sure that these are in. Yes, they are. I have had a couple issues with them, the horizontal stabilizers. But fun fact, this is actually Frontier's first A320neo. So that was very cool. And I learned that about a year ago or so. I thought Flo the Flamingo was actually the first, but it's actually Wilbur. So it's very cool to now have a model of it. So we're gonna go into the other one now. So here's the next model. The box is exactly the same. You have Wilbur, Frontier title, Flo the Flamingo, and then Poppy the Prairie Dog. And then you have all of them right here with a QR code. So we'll get into this one too. I was just looking at this tag quickly. It's $53.95 Canadian dollar. Is it Canadian dollars? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get into this if I can. Aero Classics actually does really nice job on the packaging. There we go. Goodness me. Alright. Then you have the model with this packaging. So here's part of the packaging. And then you have the model. I think these may have been in storage. They're a bit dusty. You can see there's some dust bunnies on there. So I'll probably dust them off a little bit later, but regardless, we have the model. And this is Poppy the Prairie Dog. So we're gonna go into detail now. And then starting off at the front again, we have the nose cone, cockpit windows, and then your title, which is Poppy the Prairie Dog, L1 door, Frontier titles, and then you have your engines again. These ones, again, have the same issue as the other ones. They're tilting down, but they are really, really nicely sized. Overwing exits, back there, all the way in the back, you have Poppy the Prairie Dog on the winglet. You have your wings. These details, I'm going to give them a little bit of credit. In the past, they haven't done great with the wing details, but this one, it's not bad, so not bad for Aero Classics anyways. You have that blue line, frontier.com, and then your registration, which is November 303 Foxtrot Romeo, and then you have Poppy the Prairie Dog. And a bit of a funny story with this one, I was talking to some of my friends, and we were having debate over whether that was a prairie dog or not, so final conclusion was a prairie dog, so I found that kind of funny. But yeah, this is Poppy the Prairie Dog. So right in front of you now is my entire Frontier Airlines collection. So this one, all the way to your right, is the Velocity models Orville the Cardinal A320. This one is the first Frontier model I got, Aero Classics Frontier Sonny the Collared Lizard A320neo. And then these two new ones, Wilbur the Whitetail 320neo, and then Poppy the Prairie Dog 320neo. So you can also kind of see the differences in the boxes. These are the old boxes, and then this is the current Baby Boss models box. It's the Aero Classics models box. And then you have the deceased Velocity models box, which is out of frame. So this is my entire Frontier Airlines collection. I'm really hoping that NG Models and Gemini Jets will start making some more Frontiers. I believe NG has plans to make the 321, which is really, really nice, and I'd pick a couple of those up, as they're very, very common in Orlando, and only Aero Classics has made them. So, and then Gemini Jets, they made Flower the Hummingbird in 1 to 200. So I'm hoping that they'll eventually make some in 1 to 400. But this is my Frontier Airlines collection, and I can't wait to have these all out for Orlando. So, for rating the models, I'm gonna give Poppy the Prairie Dog. Actually, I'm gonna give both of them. I'll say a 9 because the mold is really, really nice, and it's really good for Aero Classics. The Neo engines are on point, and although there are no antennas, I mean, you really don't need the antennas. It's really nice, and Aero Classics has never put antennas on, so it's not like I was expecting them or anything. And the mold is superior, and the printing is also super nice. And the only reason I gave that one a 9 is the Frontier titles are just slightly too dark, and the other problem is over with Wilbur. This back part is green when it should be brown, so just a little printing mistake that they made, but it's not a big deal at all, and it actually looks better like the green, in my opinion anyways. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have not checked out part 1 already, I will link that at the end of the video, as I said. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, and goodbye.